And we're back, episode 70 something. I don't know the episode, but we're back for the Moto 247 show. Been a while after SMX, and back with all of us in the studio, which I don't think has ever happened. So we've had you in the studio, Joey in the studio, we've had Dean in the studio, but not all three of us together. And we have all the girlfriends here, so it's gonna be some trouble tonight. Man, we're gonna actually have them in the studio, and we're gonna have a new segment for them and see what they know about motocross and supercross, which should be interesting. So, yeah, but I don't know what's going on upstairs. I'm making a ruckus up there, but gonna get going here, and we have a lot to talk about. We got the SMX finale, we got Motocross of Nations, and just all the silly season stuff. So, yeah. Well, first off, yeah, I don't know what we should dig into first. There's so much drama to talk about.
First off, are you supposed to hear audio in these?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I don't hear anything. But
here, what are we on 3 right now?
Technical difficulties here. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Now I can hear. All right.
You get it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I think we just start with SMX. I mean, I think we've been in here at the beginning of SMX and of outdoors, but
yeah, we just missed the last SMX round, and
then there's Nations.
Yeah, that too. But man, what a crazy last round! Which obviously it's a couple weeks away, so I did a little reaction podcast that night, but geez, I was on the edge of my seat that whole round. Like, that was crazy. Just the whole Deegan thing. We all knew. I think we talked about it before, the episode before Las Vegas, how he was gonna fuck with them. But oh my god,
he delivered.
He delivered. And there's been talks going around like, oh, should have been black flagged, and some people saying like, oh, like that would be like you're just so much of a pansy to even say that. And I'm just seeing online arguments on like Instagram and stuff. So first off, I've kind of said my thoughts on it in my solo episode of that people have to listen to, of me just going off on that. So what do you guys think? Like, if you're the AMA, what do you do? Like in that position, if he's not the first move, which I expect him to do something. Like the whole thing with, first off, like Osborne, that's fine. Second to last corner, last round. Needed that for the title, but for him to fuck with him the way he did, what would you do? Would you just let it play on, or, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we've debated it a lot and talked about it and broke it down and stuff, and like Joe handled it like a true champion and stuff. I have to turn my headphones down just a little bit, but he handled it like, you know, everything. He's so spoken, and even like his tactics of it when he was like, I was anticipating it to be worse. So my main goal throughout the night was to slow it down, and like how he was taking inside lines and he was battling. Like that was true amazing. I don't know, just great sportsmanship on his end to not be angry or this or that. You know what I mean? He just really handled it well. But yeah, Deegan, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on it, where it's just like the thing where you can admire how badly, I guess, he wants it, you know, where he's like, I'm going to go for it, and if not, fuck it, I'm going to burn it all to the ground. Trying to, you know, like, leave it all out there, like, because I think I talked to you guys where it's like, he could have still, won or got the overall, or...
Yeah, he would have won the race. He would have got the overall.
So he would have gotten a win bonus for, you know, what do you think? That's $50,000. You know, he would have gotten a podium bonus. He would have finished higher up in the championship points instead of DNFing that moto.
Would have raced his Nations.
Would have raced his nation. So, like, in that aspect of, like, all the repercussions to followers, so, like, just all the money lost. But I guess you can admire somebody that just wants to win point blank. Or, like, obviously I'm in the position I'm in where, like, I'm like, man, just $50,000 to, you know, one race. Like, you know, yeah. I'll ride smart and I'll just take that. Like, you know.
Yeah, and, like, I get his mentality of, like, just trying to be that, like, American badass, like that Kid Rock song just plays in my head. But, like, at a certain point in time, there's only so much you can do. Like, he can't manipulate the race so much to where he can force Shimoda back, which I guess maybe he can in a way.
I mean, it's a rule. Like, I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure it is a rule after whether they put it in or not. But the Tomac deal in Vegas in 2017, I believe, when he was bunching. I don't, like I said, I don't know if the rule wasn't in on the books then, but it was after. If you are purposely slowing down to try to affect the outcome of the race, you know, especially, I think it might be coming more in fact now that there is the sports betting. So, you know, they're thinking they're, you know, making favors and trying to sway the bets, I guess. But in my opinion about the situation, and I don't like Deegan, so like that's kind of reflect my opinion on it, but I think you got to try a little bit, like running in there like once, but then after that, then like all right, just go win the race, just show you like you should have won if it was out of your hands, because I mean the kitchen situation, it wasn't your fault, so if that wouldn't have happened, you would have won, and you end the season on top. Now like he's got a lot of egg on his face from pulling up the move, and that's the thing with Heiden, which is probably good for him for this to happen. Like I don't like anyone getting hurt, but the fact that it happened to him probably gave him a little bit of a reality check and kind of check his ego a little bit, and that he's not superhuman. I mean, that was such a dumb little crash, but he broke his collarbone. We've seen Deegan helicopter, around and crash super bad and be fine. So he thinks he's kind of invincible. I know on a small level, I've felt that before. But so I think he's kind of in that mindset. So when he's running in on Shimoda and stuff, and I'm in the position, I'm really surprised they didn't black flag him. Just going back to when they black flagged Chad Reed, like that was kind of excessive, I thought, at that time. But for the reasoning of it, this was the exact same or very similar scenario, but even worse, because
a hell of a lot worse than Reed on Connor.
Yeah, you didn't know like how far was he willing to go. Yeah, the moves weren't too bad at that up to that point. Even when he fell and took both, like that wasn't that bad of a move. They were going slow, but like when all those fails, was he just gonna T-bone him over a berm?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it was progressively kind of getting worse. So as AMA, in my opinion, they should have seen that and seen it escalating, and it wasn't stopping. It wasn't like Deegan wasn't like trying to pull away. He was game in the race and playing with them. They should have black flagged him, in my opinion. Because, dude, what if he did T-bone Shimoda and he broke his arm, he broke his leg, or did something bad, right? Like an injury, and then, dude, that's bad. That's a bad look on the sport.
Because Joe even said he hurt something, right? Like he said something.
Yeah, his leg. He had like a dead leg.
Like just like a bruise or something. But
yeah, like a Charlie horse type thing. But yeah, what if that was tore his ACL?
Yeah.
Like, that's like aggressive riding is one thing for sure. Like I'm for it, but dude, you can do damage on a dirt bike hitting other guys on dirt bikes.
I like what you said about like if it was just one quick time, just trying to run him in there just to kind of send the message and add a little bit of excitement. Where it's like that same exact weekend, obviously. It's a little bit different story, but over in MXGP, that same exact weekend, it was the same scenario for DeWolf and Koonin.
He took some wild shots too.
But then obviously that's on a different
Langenfelder.
Langenfelder, I'm sorry. And but that was on an outdoor track, so maybe it's like the different pace and different flowing corners. It's not the tight like stadium racing corners.
Yeah, those seem pretty gnarly.
But those were very again just one off. Just got it in there, got the job done, got the message across, took the guy down. Very just, oh yeah, but just beautiful block passes. Like he didn't go down. He was getting his job done, and then obviously the rain kind of like what was supposed to happen happened. The rain came in and helped Langenfelder.
Didn't DeWolf's bike blow up?
Oh yeah, that was it because of the mud. But
because of the mud. Yeah, but yeah, so that was kind of nice instant karma there.
Yeah, but again, like how you're saying though, it was just the one time. It's not like he was purposely slowing down, and it's funny because I'm one to talk. I mean, I don't know if anybody's listening that was there for this very small. Very intense vintage Michigan motocross series that I did a few years ago where I ran the math and knew that I needed to win and the one guy needed to get third. So I purposely like got in the lead, slowed down, and held that guy up in second until the third place guy could catch up and pass it.
Did it work?
Yeah, and this dude talk about stupid small scale, just championship for nothing. I'm like over here, whatever. Well, those losers actually contacted the AMA.
What?
Yeah, this is a couple of years ago. I won the championship, and at the banquet, they hand me my award, and the guy's like, let me pull you aside. I just want to let you know that we contacted the AMA, and there was nothing we can do, but we tried to get you disqualified. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Like
the dude in second?
The official that puts on the Vintage Motocross Series told me. Like, he went out of his way to contact the AMA. They're probably like, it's fucking Vintage Motocross racing.
They worked their whole life for this, man.
I'm like, I raced like half the rounds, and I'm like, I happened to do the math coming in. I was like, oh, if I win and that guy gets third, like, there we go. And I'm like, well, I'm way better than these guys anyway. I can steer this race however I want. Like,
you control the race. Yeah, you would have been black flag if it was a pro race, but yeah. I mean, it's out there. Like, I mean, even on that level, but I was kind of surprised how AMA didn't really do anything, and then they docked him 5 points. Like, what
which that means they talked about it on other podcasts. So
are you going the triple points? Or because that was what pissed me off is that like they docked him 5 points where it's like, well, technically you should have done 15.
Yeah, because if you jump on a medic flag, it's 15. But for aggressive riding, it's only 5. Like, how does that work? It should multiply as the points multiply because it doesn't. That 5 points means a lot less on that scale than if it does at a regular race.
I think I remember Ezra telling me that, like, said Star looked into all this ahead of time. Right? Or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, the AMA told Star, or like went to Star and said, if you do anything, like
it's 5 points.
You'd be down 5 points. But then Star is like
shit.
Yeah, and
sorry.
Then
it's my language, but
and then it's passionate top of your and
I'm getting hyped up.
Man. And the crazy thing too, if like one of his other teammates did something, it wouldn't have affected Deegan at all. So one of the other teammates could have T-boned Shimoda to oblivion, and it wouldn't have affected, like it would have, there have been no repercussions of it, is what I'm trying to say. They would just then probably be on probation after that. Because the rules are kind of, like, it's cool they had tried making rules. Like, the first offense is as a warning and on probation, I think. And then the second offense is, 5 points? And then, I don't know what the third offense is. I don't know if they got to that, but... So, like, there should be a scale because there could be some bad takeouts and you're just going to get a warning. So, you can T-bone whoever viciously do that. And worst thing you get, you'll get put on probation. But if it's for the championship, like, it's, you win a championship, win $500,000 or get on probation.
It's
like, what does even probation mean? Like, for racing, like
it's stupid because that's basically nothing. And it's kind of like when we did the esports league, like we had our own rules set in place for that, and there'd be people that are, like, if they're pissing and like maybe they're just bumping bars a little bit, they would like fifth gear on where it's just like, hey, they're in a 90-degree corner, they're gonna go fifth gear straight and just fucking send them into the stands. Where if you get 5 points for that, and Deegan, if that 5 points isn't gonna hurt him, he's still gonna get the title. Like, I guess that doesn't matter. Which obviously he's not going to go that far, but still, like, a couple times he could have hurt Joe, and that what he did.
Yeah, like, what if in that crash Joe broke his collarbone?
Yeah, that's
and then story. What? Like, so technically on the rules, Deegan would have only been docked 5 points, so Deegan would have won the championship. So what's to keep him from doing it again?
Yeah. Which I think they're going to revisit that going into 26, which I hope they do. So because I think it's needed.
Yeah, for sure. It was a nice little drama to end the season, because if it wasn't for Kitchen, cleaning the crap out of Deegan, we would have never had that. Deegan wouldn't have went Deegan and did those games. So it made it entertaining for us fans to watch.
I mean, but what earned, like, it was for me, so gratifying because I thought Shimoda's been so deserving of a championship. Like, I kind of some of the ups and downs and like kind of his inconsistency, and like, at least to me, he's one of them.
Here, keep it going. I'll be right back.
But he's like,
I gotta get a couple things.
Joe is just such a class act, and again, it even like really solidified it after the race how he handled that entire situation. When we're over here, we're getting like red in the face, frustrated, and he's just like, oh, whatever, I'm gonna go back to making coffee art and making everybody like.
He thought it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, like again, like I think it was Ricky said, he's like, he's got ice in his veins, man. You can't even phase him. You know what I mean? He's throwing all that stuff out of him. He's just like, oh, whatever, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get Tom Fiel in the last corner too, just to put a cherry on top.
Yeah. It was. He definitely handled it really well. I was surprised he didn't just let Deegan go and just get third, because he could have got third, and I believe he would have been fine. He had to get fourth, but no, he was ready to battle with him. Was expecting the worst, preparing for the worst.
Again, like, how like smart of a racer is he for, like, again, how he's like, I was just taking inside lines. I was trying to slow the pace down and like make it so he couldn't carry momentum and clean me out and T-bone me with like a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, oh man, like I couldn't handle it. In that situation. I'd be seeing red. I'd be like going full Vince Freeze, like hopping off the bike, like.
Like, yeah. You know, like a little part of me kind of wanted like.
Or not Vince Freeze, Weston Pike.
Yeah. I'm a Seth fan, and to see Shimoda and Deegan, like, what if those guys took each other out, and then Seth won?
That would have been crazy, because I don't think
that would have been cool.
Was he thinking about Seth at all in that situation, or was it just like
full
thoughts on Joe there? Because like Seth was like, I was thinking about it, I'm like, holy crap,
well, yeah, for a minute, yeah, he was in the like position to win for a minute.
Was Deegan aware, or was he just like,
probably not.
Screw it, I just have to take Joe.
That just reminded me, because he's such an idiot. Like, in the middle of all that, he's got this whole championship battle, and what does Deegan do? He takes a minute to, like, look back and throw hands up at Levi Kitchen, too. It's like he's, like, still, like, being a little bitch about that whole thing. Like, this is all your fault. Like,
yeah,
like, even though I'm in the middle of a championship battle, I gotta stop and, like, make this guy that's not even in the conversation of the championship.
And that's the thing. He needed Kitchen to beat Shimoda.
Yeah.
That was the whole, like, I'm like, you know, what are you doing? Because he needed him to get in between. You know, if it would have been, if Deegan would have won, Seth second, and Levi third, Shimoda fourth, I'm pretty sure Deegan would have the championship, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But he's messing with Kitchen, slowing him up, and like, dude, he's last week's news. Yeah. You know, like, go win this race, and you know,
talk crap to him on Xbox Live that night or something. Like,
yeah,
whatever.
Dude, it's He's a kid. I mean, how old is he? 18, 19? Like,
yeah, 19, I think.
Yeah, so like he's a young kid, and I mean, it's kind of the product of being raised in the environment he was. Didn't go to school, you know. Like, it's, I met him at Club MX when he was probably 12 years old. He was this, you know, same punk little spoiled kid kind of. I mean, he was cool to me because at the time I was a fast A rider, rode for Cowie, Team Green stuff. So like, he was my friend, you know, trying to suck up to me because I was cool. But the kids around his age, you know, that just wanted to be friends with him and whatever, he was too cool to hang out with them, you know. Or like, one of them would get a good start on him. They were doing starts one day, or I work on the corner track or something, and one of them got the whole shot on him and beat him, and then the next one Deegan took him out or whatever. And I was just like, dude, come on, like that's not cool, man. Like, the kid is so stoked, he just beat Deegan doing starts or whatever.
Are you thinking of what I'm thinking right now?
Well, what?
I just thought there was this one story one time of these like two little kids that were doing a little fun mountain bike race in Metamora, and one of them beat the other one, and so the other kid ran him into the woods.
I don't remember this story.
You know who does?
Wait.
I feel we're racing in the Giant.
When we're racing?
This is before I got into cycling.
Yeah, like, this is like when you guys were really little. Like,
I don't even remember the story.
This is back when we did, I don't even know what loop it was. We did like 6 miles or something, which I thought was a lot. When we were racing at the end.
I ran you into the woods?
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know.
Not on my turf, son.
I don't remember that. I do not remember that, but.
I don't know what you're riding. I remember, I think I was riding your dad's Giant.
Yeah, I remember the little loop when we just started biking.
I thought that was so far, like 6 miles. This was crazy.
Yeah.
But I was like, I think you had you're just coasted or whatever. And I was coming up like, I think I can beat him. So I was like sprinting on a little hill going up into your driveway in the back, and you're just like,
dude, I was just protecting the inside, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't.
I was full send.
I was protecting the inside, man. I thought I had it won. I was Victor lapping, you know, waving to the crowd, and then
you're like, oh shit, someone's behind me.
Oh shit.
Ezra and I, when we were talking about like, you know, the same thing, just how competitive we all are in racing, and obviously, you know, you've gone to a really high level, so like how you gotta like be competitive, you know what I mean? You gotta be want it at all costs. He's like, yeah, we're doing this backyard bicycle race one time, and Joey couldn't even let me have the win. Like,
yeah. Nope, that's my turn.
We're doing the cross country coaching right now. We do like 400 like sprints with the kids. So that's one lap around the track. That's a quarter of a mile. And, like, I can still cook. I can do a one in like under a minute, which is, I think, for being 30 is pretty good. And all of the top boys on the team that can just completely smoke me. Like, I can usually hold my own for a 400. And they all get so pissed that, like, I can't even, like, let them have that win. I'm like, heck no, dude. Like, I'm a racer, dude. I'm not going to let some punk, like, high school, like, really fast kids beat me. Like, so I'll leave it all there. I'll be, like, crawling off the track. I hurt myself.
It's like when we go go-karting. I'm like, I think we're going to have a fun night of go-karting. I'm nice and, like, laid back. And once I get the helmet on, I'm like, if someone like when Nick was our buddy Nick was fucking with us, we were lapping him. I was in the lead, Joey's in second, and I'm like, he was like swerving. I'm like, oh no, you don't. I'm like, this is like a movie. I'm in the helmet. I'm like, I see Joey's behind me. He's freaking obviously really good at everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was freaking out, and then like somehow I got around him. I'm like, sweet, and I look over, then he was holding you up, and you're like all pissed afterwards, like it was like Loretta's or something.
I was so mad. He was like, because he wasn't doing good, so he's like kind of the thing of the Deegan, just like, well, if I'm not gonna win, screw everyone else. So
I was like, this is a go-kart race, but I'm like, this
Ezra
is serious, I want to win.
Racing and battling, and then he's just like, screw you guys. Screw you guys up.
Yeah. I was pissed about, like, I got around him, so like, sweet. And then I look back there, and he's still like swerving and stuff right in front of me. I'm like, oh god.
We all like, again, it's like where Deegan just doesn't have like that like limit yet. Like we all like have it in us, but like he is like said.
There's a limit. I mean,
there's a limit.
You gotta have it, and
you gotta go in the red zone. I think for sure. There's some people that don't, where they just be too nice. I think all the time.
Like Joe and like.
But you have to go in it.
I mean,
if you're a champion, you have to go in it. But you gotta like hold it. You have to know like how to control it. You just can't. You can't just like. Throw something as far as you can, and just you gotta like know.
You gotta be controlled.
There's a better analogy for that, but you gotta control it.
Yeah, you can't get your
emotions.
Emotions get a hold of you and get out of hand, and like,
that defeats the whole purpose.
It's with Joe, you saying how he's, too nice. Like, well, there's one Supercross this year who's randomly, was going after Deegan. And Joe was not on the pace of Deegan, but I remember him trying to hit Deegan, and he hit Deegan, I think, one of the turns. And I was like, wait, what? Like, Deegan was coming through the pack, and they're like in sixth or something. So it's in there, and I think all the other top guys don't really like Deegan for...
Yeah.
I have a question for you on that, though.
I take it, this is my guess of why, I take it as the other guys are taking it as lack of respect for them, the way Deegan can be. That's how I would view it, as how he is and how he talks. There's a lack of respect. So, like, that's, like, will make me mad, if you're not respecting what you're able to do. Like, all those guys at that level are amazing,
Yeah, everyone that, like...
Yeah, that's on the gate.
That's on the gate is
being in the top five, even close to challenging Deegan. But I think they take it a little bit as that, and they take it maybe personal a little bit. Yeah. Where, I mean, maybe Deegan respects him, but just the way he talks... doesn't make it sound like it.
I don't even, you still got your question. I got like
so as like a former rider, being up there in the top 10, top 5, like, what do you think? Why hasn't anyone tried to mess with him before? Not mess with him necessarily, but like everyone just kind of like just lets him go, and just like they'll take all the crap, but they won't like kind of fight back. They'll just is it because he's that much more better, or is it like what is it?
It's in my opinion, it's like, I mean, if a guy's, he is that much better. So like, yeah, if you stuff him hard in the turn, like, dude, he passes you pass him back, but if you don't really have the pace, you're not going to stay in front of him. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what's the point of doing that and just riling him up even more? I was a little bit surprised that Kitchen did his deal that he did. I mean, I'm not surprised that someone gave it back to Deegan, for sure. Like, we were wondering, like, when is it going to happen? But, like, unless if he's going in there to for sure take him out, which, I mean, I think we kind of saw that he was. But, like, if he doesn't go down, then you just block passing him. Like, dude, you're not going to run away from Deegan. Deegan's clearly the fastest guy. So he would just catch him and pass you. So I think that's some of it. Where, I mean, Julian earlier in the year was kind of maybe giving a little bit back. Then it backfired a little bit on him, because Deegan's just so good, and it just fires him up. Especially if you're like, talking crap back to him, it's just gonna make him more riled up and more determined to beat you. So, it's kind of why I think so.